Are you looking to progress yourself? Are you looking to push yourself to your limits and still manage life and stress? If that is you, stick around because this video is for you. Welcome back to Enjoying Life with Chris, where it is my passion to help all you creators out there, no matter what path you're going down, to continue to propel and progress in your passion. I will offer you all techniques, strategies, and real life examples that you can use and apply to whatever it is that you're doing. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and I hope you are able to find some value out of today's video. If so, I urge a like and a subscribe. So we're going to jump right into it, and today's topic is kind of a two-part thing. The first thing is going to be active learning, and then the second part is going to be being productive and production. So let's just hop right into it, you guys. The first thing is active learning, and I'm going to break it down into two things. You have active learning in your typical stance of active learning when you're actually engaged in the learning, whether it be like peer discussion or peer reviews. You are in a classroom setting or environment, and you are working with your peers, and you are going over the information that you have received. And then the second one is how I interpret active learning, and that is, actively engaging into something new, whether it be some new subject, some new task, new hobby. For example, playing the piano, picking up the guitar, or if you are, into math, science, chemistry. It's something that you are actively engaging in, whether it be a weekly or a daily thing. It's something that is new to you, that you're not used to, and it's taken a little work to get into that or understand that. So let's hop right in. So active learning can be helpful on two parts. That first part, is you're actively learning, you're actively engaging into something new, and what that is doing is pushing you, it's adding to what you already know, and it's enlightening you a little bit more. And that second part is what I kind of look at it as a learning hack. And why that is you are, in a way, learning the information because you are having to actively be a part of it, immerse yourself into it. You are actually engaging with it, whether it be teaching somebody else. And what that is doing is it's forcing you to understand it, because you can't teach something you don't know. So by you actively engaging, and one of the strategies to actively engage would be, writing down the information that you're receiving. What is said is that when we write things down, our memory retention jumps up to 70%. Now you're comparing that to 90% is when we're actually teaching that information. We're actually sharing it with a peer. And what that does is when we hit parts of that information where we're really not too for sure on it, it forces us to go back over that information and to review it. And then that part where there was a disconnect, you're able to now bridge that together. So that is one of the big things about active learning. Like I said, that 70% retention mark, when you write things down, when you're writing down the main points, the key information, you're writing that down. And then on top of that, when you actually go and begin to teach that information to somebody else, that's when it becomes a life hack, because what you're realizing is this information, and by you knowing it, now you're able to go teach it and explain that to somebody who's not familiar with it at all. And that's a way to test your level of understanding. So now let's move on to our next part, which is production, being productive, being a person who is productive, essentially. So one of the things when it comes to being productive is we're human beings. We're not perfect. We make mistakes, and sometimes we believe in our own lives that we are perfect, and that can kind of work against us. And what I mean by that is you can feel that you're getting so much stuff done, that you're accomplishing a lot, and in your head, unless you have some way of tracking this, that can be a little tough, because you may believe that you're getting a lot done, but unless you actually see it on paper, you can't really have a full grasp of, yes, I've gotten this thing done, because there's no way of you actually tracking that. And the reason why I say that is just think about it. You are faced with so many things that go on throughout your day, from a job, from family, to your social engagements, to your social commitments. You have so many of these different things that are continuing to pull a draw on you, and they're grasping your attention. And for you to, be in control of all that, have all that organized, then on top of that, know that you're being productive. And not to say that, it's not possible. I do believe that there are some people out there who can do it. But if, you're just an average person, which most of us are, it's not a bad thing. But what you will have to do is have some way of tracking that progress, tracking your productivity levels, and seeing what you're actually doing. And that way, it helps you be more honest with yourself. You can see what areas you are actually lacking in, and what areas that you are strong in. So in the next go around what you need to focus on, what you need to put more of your attention towards. And what this also does is, with you tracking this productivity, tracking this progression, it further helps you believe in yourself more, and it helps reinforce that new habit, that new behavior, whatever it is that you're trying to learn. It's showing that, look, you started from right here, but let's fast forward 2 months, 3 months down the road. You've seen that you've stayed consistent with it. You see it because you've written it down. Like I said, you're tracking it, and you're seeing that, hey, I started here, but like I said, 2-3 months, this is what I've progressed. I didn't know this now. I didn't know this beforehand, but I know this now. And you can visually compare that. And it becomes a visual aid to see your progress and see your progression. And this is really important, especially if you are working towards some type of goal. You're working on becoming some, type of different individual. If you are somebody who doesn't read as much, and you trying to become a reader, or you're somebody who doesn't, you can be, procrastinate, and you want to be more productive. This is going to help you further reinforce that new identity as a productive person. So that's really all I had for you all today. I didn't want to make this video too terribly long. Again, if you all were able to pull out some value, if this was able to add something to your life, it helps me by just liking and subscribing, especially if I was able to help you out today. I definitely appreciate the reciprocation and just returning a like, whatever it may be. And if there's some questions, some things that weren't quite clear in today's video, please comment. I definitely love to hear you all, you guys' feedback and everything. It definitely helps me. But again, thank you all so much for stopping by. This is another video with Enjoying Life with Chris. Again, stay in tune for next week. I'll have another video, same time at noon every Tuesday. Thank you guys so much, and you all enjoy the rest of your day.